Hello everyone. I hope you guys are doing well on this Thursday. I'm gonna straighten up here a little bit because it apparently is very crooked. We're gonna see if that works. All right. Oh, nope. See, I'm sending it the wrong way, aren't I? Yep. Let's see. Let's move it this way. Sorry. It's like trial and error, you know? All right, let's see if I can get over here. I'm learning Facebook. I'm learning. Okay, there we go. I've got it up and I should be able to see comments as they come through. So, hello. Thank you for joining me, everybody, here on the Simply Elizabeth Facebook page. We have 2 more cards. So we created these 2 cards on Monday. And these are 2 cards that we made at my in-person class that was on Saturday, August the 9th. So we're going to create the other 2 cards that we did for this week's Make and Takes. So we've got this one here, and then we've got this one as well. And what I do want to say is that for this one, this was a case, not fully, but a case off of a card that I found on Pinterest. But for whatever reason, I went back to try to find the person who created it, and I can't find my pin anywhere. So I'm not sure who I cased it off of. I also found a lot of cards using the perfectly paired images, and they were very similar. So I guess I'll give every demonstrator out there credit for this card. All right, so let's start with this one right here. If you are here, make sure you leave a comment. Make sure you say hello so I know you are here. Also, give me a like and a thumbs up or a heart. Either one works. And then also, I would love for you to share because that always helps my business as well. At the end, I will go over 2 other things with you, but we're going to go ahead and get crafty right now. So we're going to put that card up there. And then this is the stamp set we're using, just plain and simple with Simply Said. We've got our card base here. This is definitely a quick and easy card for sure. All right, so we're going to fold this in half, and then we're going to give it a good burnish. Just like that. This piece is embossed, and we're just going to add it straight down to the front. We're going to do that side as our top. And we're going to add this right here. Just like that. Yay. Okay, and then we've got a piece of designer series paper. This is the Floral Blooms, I think is what it's called. This is actually some of my favorite designer series paper that we currently have, and I have run out, so let me grab my other one. I am prepared. All right, so let's do there, and then here. And then we're gonna set this right about here. Like that. Make sure I've got it straight with our pool party embossed piece. And then we have the same designer series paper, just a different pattern. And we're going to add a little bit more adhesive there. And then we're going to just stick this right across like that. Okay. Now, let's do one more thing before we move on to our stamping. We're gonna do a bow, and when we do this bow, we're gonna kind of do a big bow. And we're gonna go kind of like that. Let's see how that looks behind our, that looks good. Let's make this a little bit bigger over here. There we go. Then we're gonna cut off our tail. like that. We're gonna add a little bit of adhesive right here, and we're just gonna add it. We're gonna do it at an angle for now, like that. All right, let's move it down a little bit. There we go. Okay, now we've got our circle here. So we are gonna do birthday wishes because I need lots of birthday cards. We also did, in class, some did thanks and just a note. And thinking of you. All right, birthday wishes right there in the center. Okay. We're gonna pop that up, so we're gonna flip that over. And we're gonna add 5 dimensionals, 1 in the center, and then all around. That's also gonna help that linen thread stay in place. All right, so we're gonna stick this here, and what you wanna do is just make sure that you cover that designer series paper. And I think that is pretty good right there. Oops, as I twist it. There we go. Okay, and then if you want to adjust your tails or anything like that, you can do that at that point. But this is a pretty easy, quick, simple card. And there we go. Oh, I forgot the embellishment. You know, the one thing I forget all the time, right? Let me grab my take your pick tool. And we're gonna add the green ones that match our sentiment. All right, let's do one here and one here. Okay, there we go. Now we have a completed card. Yay! I always forget the embellishments. I always do. Okay. So that is card number 1. So I'm going to set that aside over here. And then we are going to grab and do card number 2. That one's going to take just a little longer because it is some coloring involved. All right, so we've got that card. I'm going to set that up there. And we are going to grab our packet here. Okay. Let's go ahead and fold our card base in half. We're gonna take our white paper and we're gonna adhere it to the inside. Go ahead and do that so I don't forget it at the end. All right, there we go. Okay, let's set that aside. We're gonna set that aside too really quick. We're gonna take this piece here. We're gonna grab a grid piece of paper and we're gonna stamp with Secret C all around our edge. And we're gonna twist it so that it has different patterns that are showing up on that edge. Now for this part here, down here at the bottom, I'm gonna go up a little higher as well, only because you're gonna have the banner, and so you'll see a little bit more of that background. So we're gonna just do that way. Okay. But you don't have to do the center of it since that banner's going to be over it. Kind of saves you a little bit of time, right? Okay, and then let's go here. And then let's stick that in right there. Okay, perfect. There we go. Now we are going to grab our banner here, and I'm just going to lay it there and kind of make sure that it's got all that coverage going on. So now we're going to take our adhesive. By the way, I love this pattern here too. I think that's probably one of my favorite patterns. So I have to get another pack of paper so that I can have more of that pattern, because I have not, I've only made one little thing with it, but I don't have any more left from class. So, all right, then we're gonna stamp our pears, and we're gonna do that in black memento. So we'll stamp that right here. Okay. I am going to grab, so this is going to be dark lemon lolly, and we're gonna color our pears on this side about halfway, maybe a little bit further than halfway, using the dark. And so we're gonna do this, and ta-da. Okay, then we're gonna take our light Old Olive, and then we're just gonna go over it and blend it all in. And that's gonna give you a little bit more of a yellow pear, because your pears are like a greenish yellow. So I felt like this worked really well. Then I'm gonna take that dark again, and we're gonna go over it again, just because it's gonna help blend it. It's gonna give it that yellowy. And you don't want it on the whole thing, just on a little bit of it. Okay, then we're gonna take the dark Old Olive, and we're just gonna kind of go up underneath here, and then we're just gonna go around this edge here. And then this one, we're gonna do on that side and down this way. Okay, all right. Now we're gonna take our light Old Olive, and we're gonna do our leaves. Let's see if I can do it with the brush end without making a mess. And once we get those colored, then we're gonna take the dark Old Olive, and we're gonna go back over it with just down the center there, and then a little bit on the bottom. Give it a little bit of dark definition down there. Okay, and then last but not least for that, we're gonna take the dark pecan pie, and we're gonna color the branch. Oop. Okay, there we go. Takes a little longer when you add in that yellow, but I think it makes it well worth it, because if you look at the designer series paper, you've got some of that yellow and stuff there as well. Okay, let's stamp our sentiment. So we're gonna take a piece of basic white here, and then we're just gonna stamp it down here. Like, oh no, that was not good. Let me move that. And let me get over it. There we go. Okay, there we go. Now we're gonna take, I'm gonna cut off, I'm gonna trim right here where I messed up anyway. And we're gonna go up and we're gonna flag our ends. So we'll go up the center and then come in from the side. Okay, and then we'll flip it around and do it again. Like that. All right. Then let's pop up our piece here. So first, before we do that, we're gonna take our little braided trim here. We're gonna take some of our adhesive and just run it on the back like that. We're gonna come here, and then we're gonna cross. Let's make that a little straighter. There we go. Then we're gonna cross down. Okay, we're gonna get it at an angle like that. There we go. And we're gonna cross over, And then we're gonna come back, but I need a little bit more on the other side. There we go. And then we're gonna come back. So it almost makes it look like a bow. Now, if that is, you know, too much, whatever, you can just do zigzag motion. And then you're just gonna cut. And now what you're gonna do is you're gonna take, after I put that back in so I don't poke myself, you're gonna take your dimensionals. Let's put a little bit of adhesive there so it'll stay down. You're gonna take your dimensionals and you're gonna put 2 up top and then 2 at the bottom, because this is gonna create the dimensional height for you, so you don't need to stick another dimensional in the center. Okay, so then we're gonna stick this right here, like that. And then we're gonna take our sentiment, we're gonna put a dimensional on this side. We're gonna put some regular adhesive on that side. And we're gonna stick this right here, like that. Okay, we're gonna flip this over, put more dimensionals, because we gotta have more dimensionals, right? And then we will add our pretty little embellishments. And then card number 2 for today will be done. All right, oops, one more, there we go. Oh, almost did it upside down. Ha! That would have been devastating, right? We could have fixed it for sure though. All right, there we go. And we're gonna use the same embellishments that we used on the other one, or the same name, but we're gonna use our yellow ones instead, which kind of matches our paper. So we're gonna put one here, and then we're gonna put, let's do another big one. We're gonna do a big one down here, and then a little one right here. Okay, there we go. And these embellishments here are glimmery, so they have like some shimmer on the inside, which just makes it even better. You can never go wrong with any shimmer. Okay, let me pull in the cards really quick, and then I will show you a couple more things. So we've got this one and this one, and then let's see, that one, and then that one. There we go. I think we got them all in there. There we go. Yay! I really enjoyed these cards. They were also very simple, and so with the simplicity, it just, they go quicker, yes, but it just makes it easy to mass produce these. So if you need more birthday cards, then you can do them fairly easy. It also, this one here helps you to use up your designer series paper that we all hoard. So, okay, real quick, I just want to make sure, I just want to give a couple reminders. There is club that is still going. It is, you have until Saturday to register for that. And here are those cards. So we've got those. My favorite one. Yay! With club, it is $45, and it will come with a full pack of the embellishment, full bolt of the ribbon, and a full pack of the designer series paper. Plus, you can add on for cost the Sunshine Vibes bundle, which is this right here. So these are your dies and your stamp set. Okay, so that's club, $45. There is a link in the description of this video where you can pull that. And then don't forget, currently on my website, currently on my Facebook page, I have my craft yard sale going on. Y'all, I still have a lot of stuff, and I really would love to move it on to someone else that has more room than I do. So make sure if you haven't checked out the craft yard sale that you go. There are 5 posts. Facebook only allows you to pin 3 of them, so there are 3 pinned at the top, but there are 2 more. They are all labeled with a picture. that says 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So make sure you go check those out. And if there is anything you would love to make yours, please let me know. You just comment right at the picture and say sold, give me your email address and your zip code, and then I bill you through PayPal. The other thing to that is once I send you that invoice, I hide your information so nobody can see your email and that kind of stuff. So just know that if you would rather to message me, you are more than welcome to do that as well. So, all right, everyone, thank you for joining me, and I'll see you next week. Bye.